13 years ago today, May the 15th, 1999, I was ordained a Catholic priest at the Cathedral of Saints Peter and Paul in Philadelphia. There's no way that I would have known on that day what would happen in the church and in the priesthood. I was only 3 years a priest when the scandal broke in Boston, and of course since then the ugliness of what some priests have done in harming children has just continued to spread throughout the church, and in the last few years, especially here in Philadelphia, where I serve as a priest. People have asked me if I had known that these were the types of things we would have to live through as a priest, would I have still been ordained? And of course there's no way to answer that. But the reality was I was called to the priesthood. I did respond yes to God, and 13 years ago on that May the 15th, I laid down on the floor and gave my life over to God and promised that I would serve this church faithfully. And so here I am, still doing that. Well, in the ordination rite, we don't use the language that married couples use. You know, I will love you in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health all the days of my life. We might as well, because it's the same thing. Just as married couples often experience great difficulties, great challenges, and have the desire to run away, so do I as a priest, sometimes many times each day. But I come back to the love of my life, our Lord Jesus Christ. I come back to the one that I promised to serve, Christ and his body, the church, and I continue to say yes. Please pray for me. Please pray for your priests, that we may be faithful, faithful to God, faithful to you, and that this 13th year will truly not only be lucky, but filled with God's blessings and goodness.